what's up? All right, we are back again with the Sharp Note, episode 6, I believe. I have no clue what I'm going to talk about this episode, truthfully. I don't think I usually write down something to talk about, but I don't think I wrote down anything for this week. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I didn't write down anything. That's okay. We're gonna make something up. We're gonna make something up. So, progress report on the album. I said the other day I was gonna remix a couple of the songs, but I did not. Well, I told myself I was gonna do that the other day. I don't know if I said it on the podcast or not, but I told myself. And also, this episode is going up late today on January 25th because I forgot to record it yesterday. I meant to record this episode last night, and then earlier I was like, "Oh wait, the Sharp Note. Yeah, I need to do that." So it's currently well, I'm recording this day of. So I'm gonna record this, and then once I'm done recording it, I'm gonna hit the upload button. So it's not like anyone was really looking forward to this anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I need to eat something, truthfully. Um, yeah, probably going to be somewhat of a shorter episode today. No worries. But yeah, I need to, like I said, I need to remix some songs on that album I'm coming out with. So I told myself I was going to come out with that album next week. I still want to do that. I'm still trying to do that. Still have a lot of work to do, though, with it. But I believe I can do it in this next week. And, yeah, we will see. Yeah, so, I don't know. First of all, hope everyone who is listening right now is doing well. I am doing okay. I could be doing better, but part of that is my own fault. Just personal issues. Um, yeah, don't want to go too much into detail. Just, life, life problems, problems that I create for myself, and problems that exist that no one seems to want to shed light on. And I say it, and I'm the bad guy. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the bad guy. Someone has to be. And I'm okay with being the good guy as well. Again, someone has to be the good guy. It's which is best? I don't know. Being the good guy or the bad guy? Who knows? Both are good in their own right. Both are bad in their own right. So, um, I don't know. Yeah, just but I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy here. I mean, I know I am. But some things just need to be said, I guess. Yeah. I don't want to go too much into detail of anything, but yeah, just personal issues with things. So, trying to just figure that out as well as just figure out life cuz I'm going to be graduating college, which is crazy to me. Graduating high school was wild to me. Graduating college scares me. I'm not going to lie. Because the industry stepping into and the career path that I'm trying to build is not a stable one. And I wish it was. It's in tech, so uh I do technology things. That's why I'm able to just I don't know, record these and upload them, and I make music and shit. I don't know. I'm pretty decent with technology. I'm not. I'm a pretty good computer wizard. I don't know all the spells and shit, but I'm a pretty. My computer wizardry is pretty up there. Um, I can do what I need to do effectively, and I can mostly help people out and show them things. And part of that's because I just understand how they work. Like I was one of those kids doing redstone computers in Minecraft and shit. So yeah, I didn't make anything too crazy, but I was yeah. I did some cool things. I did some neat builds. I did a calculator one time, and I have this current project I'm actually doing. I'm actually planning in Minecraft, uh, and it's just a side project when I get the free time. I've been planning it for a while, and I just haven't taken the time to actually start building it. Because, see, the thing is with Minecraft, at this point, I've put so many hours into Minecraft that like if I want to go do something, I like I don't like I've put thousands of hours into I put thousands and thousands of hours into Minecraft. So over the years. So at this point it's like unless there's something really specific I want to go do, I've done everything. Like all the content in the game pretty much I've explored it, I've messed around with it, and then even the bugs like and the random the physics of Minecraft, I guess, with like quasi connectivity and stuff like that. Like I don't know everything about it, but I know a decent amount. I know some tricks. I have some tricks up my sleeve. Um, so I don't know. Neither here nor there. That's just Minecraft shit. But anyway, see, I'm tech stuff, and I also it's not the only thing I do. I do other shit as well. I grew up in a rural area, so we never really had great Wi-Fi access, really anywhere. Um, so I don't know. Did a lot outside. Rode a lot of four wheelers, dirt bikes. Uh, would go, yeah, I'd just walk in the woods over to my grandpa's house. Um, it was a decent walk. It wasn't too far though. Just we had a path through the woods. We would walk and ride our four wheeler sometimes. And yeah, at one point we were riding our four wheeler so much down there it was kind of dangerous to go walking through that path. But because people would just like we would just fly through that path with the four wheeler. But anyway, um, but we would still go down there. We would do anyway. Hang out in the creek down there. There was another part of the creek too that we would go swim in. Saw some snakes sometimes, but the snakes were mostly scared of us playing around and splashing around. And that's the thing. If as long as you're like splashing around and playing around, and the snakes mostly stay away. Um, so anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm just rambling now. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about random shit. Yeah, like I said, I hope everybody's doing well who's listening. I'm doing okay, like I said. Um, oh, got a message. One of my bros told me to hurry up. All right, we're playing this game, so yeah, I'm gonna make this probably a shorter episode, maybe 30-minute episode. I got like 10 minutes recorded right now, so me just talking about this is it. This is me just talking about like this is the podcast. I'm sorry. Look, if you were expecting more than this, hey, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, because this podcast is meant to just fucking turn on in the background and just hang out. All right, chill out, sit back, go make some fucking food or something. Go get you some coffee. I don't know. Do what you got to do. Do your things. Do what you got to do, and just listen to me talk about random shit. All right. Yeah. All All right, so music, like I said, this album. All right, I want to come out with this album next week. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The name of the album is Buckingham Beagle. Um, that's yeah, that's it's not really a secret. I don't know. It's just a name. But Buckingham Beagle, it's going to have 7 tracks with 4 bonus tracks. If I ever have it pressed one day, I don't know. It's gonna cost some money to have it pressed one day. But if I ever get like some sort of record deal and I get the shit pressed, I'm trying to figure it out so that I can have it like properly pressed on like vinyl. I did the same thing with this other project I did, where like it's not pressed on vinyl already at all. But if it were to be pressed one day, it because like all right, there's time limitations on each side. So like an LP, for example, is a 12-inch record, and it usually spins at 33 and a third RPM, right? Um, there's only so many there's only so much space on each side of those records, and there's only so much time in which you can scratch and carve sound. You know what I'm saying? So like the spiral going around the vinyl, there's only so much you can put in there. So that's why most albums are about the same length, because if you were to have them pressed, they they're bound by the physical restrictions of the vinyl. Um, and cassettes are a little bit different. I don't know, but vinyl was like industry standard, so that's what like is still industry standard. Like we still to this day, for the most part, make our albums, unless your albums like you just don't give a fuck, and then you just. But most professional, anyone doing, serious music, they're usually thinking about the physical constraints of these vinyls and whatnot, and the media of music, and like these sound things. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. So I'm trying to do all that, get all that straight, and also just get like the sound quality good and the mixing and the mastering right, so that the audio levels are not like fucking crazy or some stupid, because it is right now they are kind of all over the place. So what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know. See, this is the thing. I'm trying to figure out a good process of how to do all this, right? Like I could just go through. All right, so I can make individual tracks, and then I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what process I want to do. What's the thing that is going to work for me, right? Um, and what's the process that I'm going to enjoy the most and like doing? Because anyway. Or what's the easiest way to get shit normalized? So what I'm thinking is, yeah, okay, this is what I'm thinking. So mixing and mastering, right? Mixing is the mixing of the individual instruments in a track, so that all of them sound proper together. Like the bass is not too high, or the vocals are not too high, or something's not. Um, Poking out where it shouldn't, or like if something is supposed to be just a background sound, well, you need to turn it down a little bit, make sure it's in the background. You can barely hear it, or some shit. You just hear it, but barely. It's the other stuff is more pronounced. So that's mixing, right? But mastering is you have 11 tracks on this album, right? Each track should sound relatively similar to the next, right? Like it shouldn't just be like one track is really loud and then the next track right after that is like quieter for some reason. Like the transition between track to track to track to track should be relatively the same. So that's mastering, in a simple explanation. So I'm trying to take all that into consideration, and how I'm thinking about doing that is, so I have these individual tracks. I have 11 of them total for this project that I'm trying to release next week. And I have, sorry, one second. Sorry. Anyway, just coughed. Um, I have these 11 tracks, and I have them. They're all done. Like they're all produced. Like I'm not gonna really change them much. So what I'm thinking about doing is I can export the stems of each track, and then I can just pull all the stems of each track into one session, one big session, and I can have like just on the playlist basically lay out all the tracks back to back to back. And then what that will do is it'll give me the option of like leading a track into one another, if I want to time that perfect, where and then when I X basically I have all the whole album in a single FL Studio session, and it's only going to be like 20, 30 minutes or so, something like that. So it's really not that long. Uh, I've and I'm only gonna have this stem, so it's not like I have a bunch of VSTs or anything. So it's just like a bunch of audio clips, basically, and it's relatively simple because the I don't know, yeah, it would be relatively simple to do everything, like just the individual stems like that, because I would only have like 8 stems per track. So 8 times 11, 88 total things open up in FL Studio. And all of them are audio clips. No VSTs really, except for like some like mixing VSTs. So like I'll have, some compressors, and I'll have the mastering, like a master chain and whatnot, um, to like get all of them consistent. And then I'll have like, yeah, like I said, compressors at, some of the spots to get them, um, to be able to control audio levels. But generally, I shouldn't need to do but so much, right? Like when I'm mixing and mastering in that final session like that, and then once I'm done in that whole session, I have the whole project, all the tracks and everything, and then I can just start exporting each individual one, and yeah, so that's how I'm thinking about doing it. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good way of doing it or not. And that's going to be kind of a lot of work to do all that. And I don't know if it would even be really worth it to do it that way. It might be better to do it another way. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't have a ton of experience. I don't have anyone else I'm not working at a studio. I'm not I literally never been to a recording studio or worked with another producer at all or anything. Like I just watch YouTube videos, fucking learn, experiment on my own. I bought a fucking MIDI controller, downloaded FL Studio, just started messing with the synthesizers and messing with like the drum pads and shit and drum kits. Downloaded a few kits off of Reddit. I don't know, just random. Oh, there's a deer outside. There's 3 deer, at least 3 that I can see. Anyway, um, so yeah, I'm just doing this shit myself. I'm just learning. It's not. I'm not a genius with it. I don't think. Not yet, anyway. I'm not doing anything that anyone else can't do. I don't think, anyway. Well, just given the time to learn it, anyone can do what I'm doing right now. But anyway, neither here nor there. Um, Shit. Other than that, just got random life things going on. Uh, like I said, just dealing with random issues and this. I'm still in college. Like I said, I'm trying to graduate. So coursework. Oh, there's a 4th deer. I knew there was more. Probably one more or 2 more, maybe. There might be a 5th. I don't know. There's at least 4 right here though. But yeah. Hopefully I can get a decent job after college too. That would be nice. Whether or not that will happen, who knows? You know, might just have to get like a minimum wage job. I may have already said that in one of these podcasts. Hopefully, I don't have to do that. But man, tech is just unless you're like a 3.8 GPA student, good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I just have like an average GPA. I'm not bottom of the barrel, but I'm not like honor roll or anything. Uh, I just have an average GPA right now, and that's my own fault. I could have had a higher GPA probably, but that's neither here nor there. It is what it is now. And honestly, I didn't care to have but so good of a GPA. So yeah, if I was just more motivated, I guess. I don't know. But I'm getting this bachelor's degree. Hopefully, this bachelor's degree will help me get me some type of fucking job. Tech industry, man, it's a weird industry. It really is because it's like I don't know. To me, it's just a weird industry compared to others. Like, I feel like other industries are halfway like established, whereas the tech is so new compared to other things that it is still being established. It is still in the process of it's an industry still in progress. It's not even close to its final form. Like, okay, for instance, the engineering, mechanical engineering. If you want to go be a mechanical engineer, and like the car industry, it's over 100 something years old now. They're still figuring it out, of course. They're still making changes, but more or less it's figured out. Whereas the internet has only been around for like 20, 30 years. We're only just now starting to like really secure things. Like things were not secure back in the day. It was just out there. So, uh, yeah. Um, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just it's wild. It's a wild industry. It's a wild time we live in. We do live in the age of information. Um, And man, I feel lucky because I recognized that as a kid. Like I recognized the, I guess, importance of computers and like learning them. So now I feel so lucky compared to like because of like what I have been able to learn and what I have learned about them over the years. Because like I said, it's like most people aren't able to like yeah, they can do what they have to do, like the basic stuff. They can browse the web and whatnot, but anything involving technology that's actually gonna do something. Oh my god, I'm getting a call. Um, it's hard for them to do that. Like, and you have to show them. They're not gonna just be able to just go do something with technology. You have to show them what to do, and then they can do it. Whereas, like, I feel like you get to a point with technology that and things in life in general, but technology is just one example of this. But you get to a point where like I can just do whatever. Like you can give me a brand new program. I've never seen it, never touched it, and give me a day. I'll be able. Oh my god. Give me a day, and I'll be able to do something in that program. Whereas like other people, you got to give them like a month to be able to like even do something basic. Um, Anyway, my buddy's calling me. By the way, he wants me to hop back on this game with him. But shit, I got homework to do. I got coursework. I gotta turn this thing in tomorrow. Yeah, I believe so. I gotta turn this thing in tomorrow, and then I gotta turn some stuff in on Tuesday. So shit. Yeah, I gotta do some stuff. I'll probably read over some stuff tonight, and then do homework tomorrow, and then do some more stuff Monday. Tuesday I'll be busy, so I won't be able to do much. But I might do a little bit Tuesday. Anyway, neither here nor there. These deer are just munching out here. Yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm gonna get this album done though. I'm gonna get this shit. Relatively, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna finish it up, like the mixing and mastering of everything. But the track list I think is pretty good. It's in a good spot. I'm just gonna leave it where it is now. I've rearranged the track list a tiny bit, like a couple times, but I'm gonna leave it where it is now. I think it's at a good spot. And then I'll get this project out, and then I can move on and do other music, and I don't have to worry about this one anymore. And then yeah, that'll be cool to have these tracks out there and people listening to them, or I can send them the link if they want to listen to it, like some of my buddies and whatnot. Cause like I have stuff I can show people, but I want an album that I can just be like, hey, here, go listen to this, and I feel like this project will be pretty good. It's a relatively short project, so it's like they can go in. It'll give them a selection of songs. If they just pick one of the random songs, I'll be happy. Like, it should be pretty good for them to listen to, and they'll get a good idea of the type of music I'm trying to make, and the type of music. I don't know, they'll get a yeah. Any one of these tracks, I feel like you should get a decent idea of like I don't know what I'm going for, I guess. And I don't really know what I'm going for. I'm just going for whatever my ear likes. Whatever sounds good to me. Mostly the minor chord. I like the minor mode. Not minor chord, minor mode. Uh and I don't know why, but F minor is just a really easy key for me to play in. So I feel like a lot of my songs are accidentally in F minor, but yeah. Anyway, I wanna do a album one day. This will be cool. Um, where it's I guess it would be 12 songs or 24 maybe. Yeah, I guess 24 songs where I do every root note with the major and minor mode. There's only 12 root notes on a piano at least. Um, with, um, standard tuning or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but you get my point. There's only 12 root notes. Two modes, 24 tracks, make one song per key signature. That'd be cool. I don't know how I would lead from one into the next though. I guess I would just have to figure out how to like mm, sense. But that shouldn't be relatively too hard. And honestly, as long as I'm using chords that are consistent between keys, jumping from key to key is like not the it's really not the hardest thing to do in the world, in my opinion, because like there's a chord out there, um, in a key signature, one of the key signatures that is you can play that exact same chord in another key signature and it both makes sense. And then so that's how you use that as the bridging chord to jump from one key to the next. So if you're playing in this key signature and then you play that chord and then you start playing in the next key signature, well, you never actually played out of key, if that makes any sense. You just transition from one to the next. Now, if you just abruptly jump from one to the next, then okay, you can argue you did play some wrong notes or it sounded weird or something. But there's a way to, I don't know, bridge from one key to the next using chords and whatnot. Just chord progressions. Um, it's it's not rocket science. It's sound science. The science of sound, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to make. It's hard to describe if you can't see it. Um, like to see the modes laid out on a piano and to see how a piano translates to a guitar and how like if you look at a string of a guitar, you can almost see the piano on the guitar. And then if you think about it, each string of the guitar is like in a way its own individual piano, but you can only play one note at a time. So that's why you have six strings, so you can play six piano notes at a time. Anyway, and the reason you can only play one note at a time is because the string has to fucking vibrate at a certain frequency, and how you hold the fret determines the frequency at which it vibrates, which is just all the notes. And it's just space. It's just space between the notes. It's just the spacing. I don't know. It's hard to describe unless you just can just see it. And it's hard to describe like how I see it in my mind to allow, to try to get someone else to see it the way like that I kind of see it. But anyway, it's if you don't know any music theory and you're making music, go learn the church modes. Just learn the church modes. I beg of you, because if you learn nothing else, that will at least give you something to halfway understand what notes you're playing and what keys and how to make some chords and whatnot. Because like you don't need to be the best player in the world, but as long as you can halfway understand the church modes and music theory, just the basics of it and like the tunings, the frequencies, it's really not rocket science. It's a finite amount of information that is uh it is very easy, oh my gosh, very easily digestible, and you can learn it. I have full faith in you. If you are out there doubting yourself at all, I have full faith in you that you can do it if you just do a little bit of research, a little bit of thinking, get yourself a piano to practice on, learn where the position of the notes are, learn the difference between a normal note and a sharp. It's not rocket science. It just is, and don't question why are there normal notes and why are there sharps. That doesn't fucking matter. Just it is what it is. Okay, just understand that there are 12 notes in an octave. Some of them are normal notes. Some of them are sharps. Okay, there are there are seven church modes. Five of those are like just random modes. They're not used as much. The two major ones are um, Aeolian and Ionian, which is major and minor modes. Major and minor is just another name for it. But the Aeolian and Ionian comes from Greek. These 7 church modes, they come from Greece or something like that. I can't remember the history of it exactly. But point is, if it comes from Greece, that means humans figured this stuff out thousands of years ago. So I have full faith in you. I have full faith in you that you can figure it out with the computers now. I have full confidence that you can do it. Just Google it. Just Google it. So that's pretty much it. That's gonna be the Sharp Note episode 6. This is a shorter episode. I gotta go. I'm gonna work on this project. I'm gonna try to get it done and get it uploaded next week. If I don't get it uploaded next week, I'm gonna get it uploaded the week after, probably. Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to finish it. Buckingham Beagle should be a cool. I'm excited to get it released and put on YouTube and shit. And hopefully I can get it on like SoundCloud, and it'd be cool if I could get it on like Apple Music and Spotify. Getting on SoundCloud is easy. Getting on Apple Music and Spotify, that's going to be the challenge, because I'm going to have to go through some type of distributor and pay a little bit of money, which is fine. It's not going to be a lot of money, but I'm going to have to pay something. It's not just free. SoundCloud, YouTube, that's free. I can just upload them. It's free. But the other stuff, it's again, it's not that much. So it's really, yeah. So I'll figure out some. But anyway, that's pretty much it. It's all for now, at least. I know I just rambled about random stuff, but anyway, I'll be back next week with another episode and hopefully the album. Yeah, thank you for watching. My name's Blitz, by the way. I don't know if I ever said that. But yeah, I'm Blitz. This was the Sharp Note, episode 6. I don't think anybody was waiting on this episode, but hey, that's okay. I don't care. I'm putting it out there, and hopefully somebody will be waiting on the next one. Maybe it's episode 100 or episode 1,000. I don't know. Well, it's going to take a while to get to 1,000 if I'm doing this weekly. Actually, I may never get to 1,000. Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. It would take 19 years to get to 1,000 episodes if I'm doing this once a week. That's a lot. That's a lot of years. I don't wanna take 19 years to get to 1,000 episodes. We'll get to 1,000 maybe one day. Maybe. 19 years. I would be about 40. I could do it. I mean, I could still be uploading stuff then and like doing this podcast then, but will I? I don't know. I may not still be doing it. I may be doing other things. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.